On the day of the full moon, the stage is set on the legendary Colorado River. Here, two of Arizona's finest okappari bass fishermen face off. Ben Kohler, the #1 ranked okappari bass fisherman in Arizona. Challenged once again by Griff Yes, the underdog looking to reclaim the throne. Watch as the two anglers break apart water to find fish and try and come out on top. Who will succeed and who will fail?
What is up, everybody? It is time. Another 1v1 challenge, a chance for you to take your throne back.
Gotta hate it back.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, so we are back on Griff's home turf, shore fishing, river smallmouth. This is your jam, dude. There's no excuse for you to lose again.
Right.
All right, so today's challenge, we are calling this the Dolive Challenge. Now, a couple of new twists to our challenge today. So here's what we're gonna do. We brought out, as you guys know, we're huge fans of OSP soft plastic. So Griff has said this time and time before, if it says Dolive, here, you take it, you say it.
Yeah, if it says Dolive, it works. We call it the Dolive theory. There's not a single bait that they make that says this that you're not gonna catch a fish on, so we're gonna test it out today.
Yeah, so today what we've done is we've brought 6 baits with us. So we've brought the Dolive Shot, a Dolive Craw, a Dolive Stick, one of my favorite free rig baits, a Dolive Beaver, you guys know we love those, a Dolive Shad, and then as a bonus bait, an HP Shadtail. So we can use any of these baits. It's 1 point per fish, no matter the size?
No matter the size.
Okay, so 1 point per fish. Now, we're also going to add in a 10-point bonus if you catch a fish on all 6 things. It's February, fishing is not great,
No.
right? It's cold, you can see we're still bundled up. So for Arizona, this is freezing. So this is gonna be a challenge to get them on all 6, but that way, as I'm kicking your ass, if you need a Hail Mary, you can try to catch them on the 6 baits.
Yeah, we gave you a Hail Mary with the size thing, so.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So as another added twist, we are limiting it to 2 rods a person. Now we have been wanting to test out some new rods and some new reels. So you guys know that we love the Destroyer P5 Windbuster and Exist combo. This is both of our favorite combo for all around spinning use. Today we're gonna put it up against the brand new NRX Plus 872 spinning rod and the brand new 2022 Shimano Stella. Thank you, Shimano Loomis, for sending us these combos to test against this. So we're gonna put those through the test, do a little on the water testing and see what we think of the new gear, plus a challenge. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. So how do you feel about today's challenge?
I feel great, Jeff. It's just another day on the water with Griff. You know, he loves coming here, and you know, I have a pretty good track record against him on his home turf. So, you know, we're fishing some of my favorite baits. I think we've figured some things out in the past few times. This is notoriously a pretty tough time of the year to catch them, but what I'm gonna do is I gotta figure out exactly where they are. Are they in current? Are they in calm water? Are they trying to warm up? I think what we're gonna get is as the day goes on and the sun comes up and the water warms, I think these fish are gonna transition. So I think in theory, they should be set up in some areas where they're very close to a spawning bay. It's a full moon, probably the full moon before the spawn, right? But we might get some little early, you know, early spawners that wanna move up, and those fish should be big and fat. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna start with the Dolive Shad, and I'm gonna cover some water. I just got it on a little 1/4 ounce head. It's just gonna let me kind of throw it around a little bit and cover a little water and see if I can figure out where they are. So I'm gonna start on this kind of like rock jetty that's just got some current pulling, and I'm gonna see if I can find some depth and water speed is basically what I'm looking for. So that's where we're gonna start.
Tell me what's going on here.
Okay.
What are you starting out with?
All right. So right now I currently have a free rig and a Dolive Shot rigged.
I'm gonna fish the Dolive Shot first because I want to fish slow. I got this sweet grass line right here, so I'm putting it on the backslide position, and I'm just gonna flip it out there, fish it really slow, and try to keep it in the water a little longer. If they need a little bit more action, I'm gonna switch right over to the free rig with the Dolive Stick. So let's take a couple casts and see how it's looking.
Let's do it. So what advantages do you think you have over Ben going into this competition based off how he fishes and how you fish?
I don't know if there's technically an advantage. I think it's such a lively fishery here that you're gonna get things figured out pretty quick. Ben's a pretty skilled fisherman, so he'll be able to get things figured out. I think that because I know the area a little bit better, I've got a little bit of an advantage because I just know the areas. I know where the fish hang out. Fishing out here at this time of the year, though, is very different for us. So we're just now starting to get into a pre-spawn, I believe. And we haven't really been out here during the winter and the pre-spawn. So it's only going to be something new for both of us.
How do you feel about this dirty water?
I'm a little bit confused by it. I've never been here when the water's been dirty. We haven't had any kind of rain or, you know, any type of runoff situation where it should be dirty. So I'm a little confused why we have any dirty water. So I'm not sure what it's coming from or how it's going to affect them. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to have to do to adjust to this yet.
The key is to find the smallmouth, right? So they're very difficult to find for us in the winter. For some reason, the Arizona smallmouth don't like the cold. So we find them and you'll find a bunch of fish. The largemouth are super spread out. They're gonna move up first, which is kind of backwards also. So we definitely gotta get it dialed in. Seen some fish moving around a little bit. So hopefully we get them to bite.
Talk to me more about this time of year, and if we've never really been here this early. Is water temperature going through your mind? Staging, mood?
Well, I think water temp is always important, but I think it can be a draw when it gets really warm. So we've had pretty consistent cold weather, and then we've had a week of, you know, warmish, right? 70s, right? So that's enough in sun to get some of these like really skinny backwater areas to warm up. But you know, river fish, I find river fish out here are less worried so much with water temp because there's, you know, all of our rivers, they're not free flowing, right? They're all coming from the bottom of a dam. So the water is relatively stable in temperature most of the year. It's more about cycle and calendar and up your alley, like moon phase, right? So, you know, no matter what, whether the water is right or not, these fish are gonna spawn on one of these full moons once it gets stable, whether it's this one that's happening now or the next one. My gut is telling me it's the next one because this is a little early. We're early February, and so that's usually about a month too soon. But that should mean that if we can find those staging fish, they should be plump, right? They should be fat and well fed, knowing the season that's coming up. So, you know, in theory, this should be a numbers game because it's a competition, but I'm really looking for those big ones. I mean, that's really going to be the exciting part today if we can figure out where they are. So I'm just going to keep bouncing back and forth, slack water to current, and, you know, see if temperature is a thing. If it is, they're going to be in the slack water. If it's not, they're going to be in the current where the food's going to be more stable and they're used to living, and see where they're at.
So explain to me what you got there. You picked up a different setup, switched to different bait.
Yeah, so I just grabbed the free rig. Right now I got it on an 872 NRX Plus with the Stella. This one I'm just going to try to work it a little bit faster. Both still a shad shape. Well, I guess the other one was a craw shape. but this one's gonna be a shad shape. I got a 1/4 ounce free rig weight on here. I'm trying to fish the seams and not necessarily in the current. So.
Initial impressions with that setup feel pretty good compared to the Exist Windbuster, or maybe
It's
not so much?
sensitive. I could feel everything. Comfortability, it's not as comfortable as a Windbuster. It's pretty big in this handle area, but I mean, it feels good.
The reel itself, you a fan of so far?
No,
Not a fan of the reel.
no.
Definitely the Exist there, huh?
Yeah, the reel it's a little bit bigger. I don't like this handle, even though it's the same shape. The knob on here it's just got a different feel to it. It may just because I'm used to it, you know, and Exist. I'll just have to fish it. The biggest test is going to be when we actually hook a fish and how it handles the fish, and that's,
Of course.
you know, that's where it's going to make its money at.
So we haven't been here in a really long time, right? So I think the last time I was here was Ned Rig Challenge, right? So that would have been like August or something ridiculous. I remember it was like 120 degrees. So I haven't been here all fall, all winter, right? So I'm really not sure where they're set up and how they're set up. So the biggest thing for me, especially with shore fishing and in a relatively clear water environment like this river, is I want to use my eyes and try to get a feel for what's happening, right? I just want to try to become one with the river, if that's possible, right? So I want to look in and I want to discover and see, are there any minnows? Are there any bluegills? Are there any, you know, fish swimming around? Do I see any type of movement? What is the bottom contour looking like? Where are the edges? And try to see if there's any clues that I can pick up, right? So while we're getting clues, I'm just gonna cover some ground and be kind of fan casting and see if I can connect with something in the process, which is why I like to choose a swim bait, because it just lets me kind of fish a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. It's, you know, just easy. I don't have to really think about it. I can just kind of cast it and wind while I'm paying attention to my environment and what's going on around me. This is kind of an interesting little spot because, you know, we've got this kind of slack water here on one side, and then we have some current on the other side. So I can kind of dip back and forth and just kind of, you know, keep looking. But anytime you're in a situation where you just need to cover water, important to use your eyes and use something that allows you to fish relatively quick. You know, we can cover this whole, you know, couple 100-yard stretch pretty fast and determine really quickly if it's worth investing time or if we move. So here we go. All right, Jeff, so we're gonna put the swim bait down. No luck on it yet. We are coming to an area that I want to pick apart a little bit more, so I'm gonna slow it down and go to a free rig. So, you know, bait like a swim bait, when you're not sure what's happening and you're fishing a big section of same, which is basically what we've done, it's kind of all the same for 100 yards. It's a great way just to cover ground quick, put your eyes in there, see what's happening. But now I really want to slow down, that we're kind of coming to a point. So it's kind of our first spot of different, right? So a little current break. There should be some depth change up here too. It's probably going to have, I would imagine, some kind of shelf that's going to break down in the current, so it'll let me pick it apart a little bit more. So it's also going to be a chance for me to try out the new NRX. So we're just going to go with a trusty standby, the OSP Dolive Beaver, 3.5. I went with the green pumpkin chartreuse just because it's got a little bit of color to it. The water does today. So this will give me just a little bit of body and see what happens.
What the fuck was that? It just slipped out of my hand. Current is chopping, so the fish should be active. It's murky. There's a lot of like grass on top of the water. Like there's a whole tree coming down the thing right now.
So with Ben, do you think he's going to try to knock out all 6 different types of lures to get that 10-point bonus, or do you think he's just gonna focus on one and try to hammer out fish on that and rack up points that way?
Oh no, he's too much of a competitor to not to try to catch them all, catch on all of them.
What's the ideal conditions, would you say?
So in the winter, it's just, I think you just gotta find the deepest water available. Find a pool. You find a deep pool, all the fish are gonna be in it.
All right, Jeff, let's give it another 1 or 2 casts. We've picked this apart. They should have been here. So something about this they don't like. So we gotta take the info and go. My guess is they don't like this off-colored water. I've never been here when it wasn't crystal clear. And now I'd say the visibility that's normally, I would say 12 foot, is probably down to 2. So whatever is happening upstream is giving a strange flush, and I think it's pulling them in a weird mode. So I think our best bet is to go farther upstream, try to see if we can overcome the watercolor and see if that can get us a bite or two before Griff figures it out. So let's finish this cast out and then let's make a move.
Looks like Jeff and Ben have made their way down there. Well, you think there's any advantage of fishing down there? Like, what?
He's just searching.
Trying to find the bite.
Yeah. He's just searching because he's lost. It's kicking up a mud line.
Yeah?
Yeah. This water is usually crystal clear. Oh, there's a bunch of them. There's 3 fish right there. There's a pair right there. The same pair we saw earlier. And why are they paired up? Yep.
Still there?
That fish is on a bed.
Is it?
Yep. He's like fresh. I think he's just like freshly moved up, so he's not too active, but he keeps on circling around this spot, and he's not spooking. And every once in a while, he'll turn on my bait. Interesting. Very interesting. How's it going?
Let's move.
All right. There's a fish on a bed right here.
There is?
Yeah.
A legit one?
A small largemouth.
A largemouth?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So, initial impressions.
Yeah,
This rod is fucking sensitive as fuck.
way more sensitive than a Windbuster.
Yeah. But it,
Cast where the shit
I was about to say, it casts like shit.
Yeah. Falls down, it's I mean,
I've already swung on like 20 rocks.
yeah. I mean, first cast I made, I was like, dude, you can feel every little rock it hits.
Yeah, it's like for a jig and worm rod, it's legit.
Yeah, but it does not cast.
Yeah. I've been complaining about that the whole time.
Yep, I'm with you. Stream to get away from the mud. The mud's coming from somewhere, but it's pretty obvious. It's clear on this side, and well, I mean, you saw the mud line that you were fishing, right?
Yeah, right here.
So, I mean, that was the best spot in this whole area. So I think we need to go upstream, try to get away from it. You should go downstream and go fish in it. And Jeff and I'll go upstream. Sound good, Jeff?
So we'll go.
All right, let's see if we can figure something out here, Jeff. Made a move. Before running all the way up, I wanted to try just some like deeper, calmer water. So Griff's down the way. We came upstream a little bit. We'll just kind of pick this like steep kind of eddy bank, see if there's any just kind of laying up in this calm, right? So I switched to a Dolive Stick just so I could get a little more action out of the bait. We'll see if it makes a difference. I'm just gonna kind of bounce around until we figure something out. So see what we can do here.
Alrighty, we're in our second spot over here. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about it?
Well, I'm always feeling good. It looks good. The water's up again, so everything's changed from what I know. It's crazy how it just becomes a whole new river every time you come out here. The water's a lot cleaner. Still a little murky, but definitely a lot cleaner. Oh, big one, big one.
Follow you up?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Smallie?
Yep, big brownie. Chased it.
Oh, you see that striper? Striper trying to eat the smallmouth. See that? Going for my weight, actually. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Did you see that striper? I'm gonna see if I can get him on that swim bait. All right, so I found some grass, and you know, normally the fish are laid up on the shore, right? But it's just so milky and off-colored, so I want to try to find some grass. I'm basically just kind of throwing out in the middle, and pulled it through a grass clump, and boom, got a hit. So
Hold it right there. All right.
on the board with the free rig, had a big striper trying to crush it. So I'm going to try to get that striper to go on a swim bait, because we didn't say species of fish, did we? So I'm going to see if I can get that thing to go on that little Dolive. And I'm going to have my hands full if I get them. So thanks, buddy.
All right. You can have his one fish of the day. There you go. Nice smallie. Bait number 6 knocked out.
What did you catch that girl on right there?
Dolive Beaver, 3.5.
Oh, free rig action?
Yeah, green pumpkin chartreuse. Oh, good looking smallie.
Beautiful fish, man.
Red eye. All right, sick.
All right. I got to focus, Jeff. Got to focus. And I catch a tree. Oh, did you see that fucking shit? Fishing's too tough to fuck around like that.
Yeah, he's over there buffooning hook sets. Oh, bitch.
All right, Beaver, let's go. Another fish. Did you see that hook set? What? Well, I'm 1 for 3 so far, Jeff. This isn't very good. So one of the joys of trying out new gear is you just don't get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like, you think things are happening, but you're just not sure. Like, my instincts are just off. So I need to calm down. I saw Griff catch a fish and got me a little spun. So I just need to breathe, refocus, remember what I do. Oh, you dirty.
Oh, that's a bite. Dog, I felt like someone hit my hand with a bat. Did you see? I wasn't even looking. What's a crazy colored one? Looks like a rock bass. All right, there you go.
It's a beautiful fish.
Dolive Stick. Bait number 2, knocked out. Woo, barely hooked.
Made a little adjustment there.
Yeah.
Came back to the spot over here, and there she was.
This one looks crazy.
Pull her over here again. I just want to.
It's a little guy.
Pretty one though.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
There you go.
Ben's looking over here like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, I'm giving him the stare down. He heard the splash.
Yeah, he did.
He gets the stare down. Rookies. A lot to get through, right? So I can either decide to stop trying to go for the bonus and continue to just catch fish, because Ben ain't catching nothing. I think he had like 2 bites and he missed both of them. Or I can continue to go for the bonus, which is gonna be 4 more baits: Dolive Craw, Dolive Shad, HP Shadtail, Dolive Shot. So we'll see. Haven't made up my mind yet, but I gotta do that really soon.
I mean, either way, we just gotta keep catching them.
Yeah.
Atta babe. What was that?
I think Ben's in his car sulking right now.
Yeah, he probably.
He's trying to regroup, looking up YouTube how to fish videos. He's trying to break his rod so he has an advantage.
So, you know, one of the things that makes a free rig so effective is its ability to fall and let your bait really flutter, right? So, fast current is not my favorite way of using this. So, the smart thing to do would probably be to put a drop shot on and just kind of drag through some of this current, or a little jig. But you can also fish the free rig just the same way you would fish a Texas rig. So, you know, it doesn't always have to be separated from the weight. You can fish it just like you would a Texas rig or a jig and keep the bait together with the weight. And one of the advantages of doing a free rig versus a jig is that it tends to come out of snags a lot easier. So, you know, right now it's moving too fast for me to do these big pulls and let the bait have all this great flutter. So I'm just trying to kind of bounce it around and almost just let the current just kind of wash it and drift it downstream. So, you know, typically when the water has a real fast flow, that's usually when I like to go to the stick versus the beaver. I'm being a little hard-headed right now because I'm trying to get my bonus points. But if I don't get bit here in the next few casts, I'm going to go back to the stick, and it just has a little bit more, I don't know, erratic action, I guess, to it. So it responds really good to faster movements versus a slow, steady fall. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give the beaver a few more casts, and if it doesn't go, I'm going to go back to the stick just so I could try to get bit again. I have confidence in that since I got the 1 fish on it, and we'll see how it goes.
Explain your mindset a little bit for me.
Well, I am, I would say, struggling to figure it out. I kind of know, based on the fish that I caught and the couple that I buffooned, I kind of know what they're sitting on. There's got to be some kind of filter or edge for them, and once I could find a little grass patch and kind of shake my bait in the grass, I got bit 3 times, right? Horrible execution, but I think now it's just a matter of trying to figure out where the hell there's grass. So I think for me, it's just a matter of, we're just gonna move and hit some spots and look, use our eyes to try to guess, like, okay, maybe it's calm enough there, grass can grow. And then if I can find some, we'll just really slowly pick it apart and hopefully get a few bites. So, you know, I've watched Griff catch a couple fish now. I don't want it to stress me out, Jeff, but I hate it when the guy's beating me. So I definitely need to make sure, in case we found him on the best spot on that first spot. So I'm pretty sure he caught some fish there. So now I need to make sure that I complete the challenge so I get that 10-point bonus, because I know he's gonna be ahead of me. So let's see what we can figure out.
So back to the first spot.
Back to the first spot, we found a couple of stragglers. So we picked up some hitchhikers. I'm pretty sure Griff is beating me, so maybe I'm gonna stick him in the bushes right now. Watch out, bushes on the left, Griff.
You should put some. You should sound happier.
I won't do that. The man needs a good day.
I'm feeling amazing. Yeah. My wrist is sore.
All right, I got to step up my game, Jeff.
Something's gotta
This is not going well for me. But let's see. Let me see if I can not kill my friends and go back to this spot where I actually caught a bass, and maybe I can catch a second bass. I can't tell what these fish are. Are they tilapia or are they red ears?
They look kind of like tilapia. Little bass.
All right, man. Well, there we go. HP Shadtail drop shot, largemouth of all things. So came back in this little backwater just to scope it out. I saw him kind of cruising a toolie line and pitched past him a couple times. Didn't make the right cast. Finally made a good cast that triggered him and scratched that guy off the list.
Hold them
So,
long ways for me.
beautiful fish, right? Cold, still really cold. So, you know, probably just fresh up into some of this shallower water to warm. But thank you, buddy. All right, Jeff. Still moving on, man. Let's keep it going.
How do you feel about that right there, Griff?
Fuck that.
Kind of a cheap shot, huh?
Drop shot.
Drop shotting.
There we go.
How you feeling, Griff?
Feeling good. Yeah. It's been slow, but we're starting to see fish right now, so.
How you feeling right now, Ben?
I'm feeling okay, Jeff. It's a little slower than I would have anticipated it being. I have not made the correct adjustments, but it's a full moon. It's midday, which is my favorite time of the day. And I think I'm gonna put it together. We're scratching things off the list.
What did you go back over to?
So in an attempt to try to finish the challenge, I'm just gonna keep bouncing until I knock them off. So I'm back to a Dolive Shad, which I did not catch a fish on earlier. Only this time I'm gonna drop shot it. So I'm gonna bounce back and forth between this and the free rig for a few minutes, see if I can find where some fish are laid up, and then we'll keep picking it apart. Good one. Come here, baby. Okay. Yeah, baby. Nice one. How's that one, Jeffy? That'll get the juices going on a slow day, won't it?
Where'd you get that one on?
Whew. So that is on a OSP Hunts Jig Dolive Craw trailer. So
That's a good fish, don't you think?
I think it's a stud. Beautiful fish, wide,
Yeah.
right? I mean, normally Arizona smallmouth are long and skinny, and this one's got some
Some shoulder.
tall factor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful fish, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice one, Jeff.
Are you happy with that one?
I'm happy. That's a beautiful fish. I mean, if you're not going to catch a lot, better catch some good ones, right?
See you later.
All right, girl.
You killed her.
Oh, no. Oh, man, that water is cold. Here she goes. All right. Hey, quiet down over there. About 8 pounds. That's number 3, Jeff. Third bait. Knocking them off. All right, so first good fish on the new NRX. Handles it great, super sensitive. There's a look at the jig that we're throwing. So basically, I'm just trying to imitate some type of crawdad, right? I mean, that's basically the forage that's hanging out here. So I'm gonna make another cat. I probably shouldn't. I should probably go to the next Dolive, but I mean, you can't just cut it off right away, right? So we're gonna give it another shot, see what happens.
Always when I'm not paying attention.
Right where that tule is.
Okay. Oh, it's strong. All right, a strong little fish here. Oh God. Oh. Fat fish. Beautiful fish. Cold? Oh, fuck yeah. There we go. It's a big fucking fatty right there. Oh yeah. Backgliding Dolive Shot. That's a pretty fish.
Beautiful.
Fuck yeah. Thank you for playing. There you go. Probably exhausted from fighting so hard. There it is. I needed to knock that one off too. Dolive Shot.
3 fish, right?
That's 3. Yeah, watch. He's gonna end up at that point. There's another wing dam that sticks out right there. That's where he's gonna end up. It's not a bad move. No, it's usually loaded in there.
Oh. Jeff. I thought I was gonna lose that one for a second. That thing whipped my ass. All right, free rig.
Big fish. Important fish, dude.
Oh my God. That's an important fish. On the beaver. All right, dude. That's 4. We only got 2 more to go and we get a fucking bonus. All right. It's a nice one. On the Dolive Beaver.
Working hard for
Almost on me, dude. We are earning these today, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. Hell yeah. All right, Jeff. I'm getting some confidence back in me. 2 more baits to go. I didn't think this would be this difficult. I figured we'd get the bonus and we just go slaughter them, but I got to go for the bonus at this point. Bite's tough, so we've knocked 4 off the list. Dolive shot time. Let's give it a go. See what happens. A lot of times with the Dolive shot, we'll fish it on a back glide. It's really how it was designed. I should probably do a bigger hook, but I'm playing with fire. We're gonna stay with the 2-aught. What a lot of people don't realize about the Dolive shot is it's an amazing free rig bait too. I do not have a lot of gap there. So the first fish I lose, you're gonna hear a lot of cussing, Jeff. I should really put a 3-aught fucking hook on this.
You get bit, you better whack them, dude.
Yeah. Broke him. I hammered him a little too hard, Jeff. Stupid.
See, look, they're right on that wing down. I was in Parker and I was in the water. I was like this high, and then I felt something sharp on my leg, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, I just continued to fish, and bam, something hit me in my leg again. I was like, what the fuck? I looked down, and there's like blood coming out of my leg. So I'm what the fuck? I'm standing on a smallmouth bed. He's biting me.
Damn.
Yeah, I got a scar, smallmouth scar.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I said we should just try to get a big one. I think our best chance is the dam. Like a 5.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling less and less confident with each cast there, Jeff. It has been a grind today. We've caught some good ones, but zero pattern of any kind. Obviously, because we're changing baits every time we're getting bit. It's just tough. Just a tough day.
What do you have to say about your opponent?
Well,
Do you have full respect for him?
I do have lots of respect for him, but I also hope he didn't catch shit.
So doing a challenge like this is tough because you know there's a million other things you could catch fish with, right?
Sure.
But we just made it to only be certain things.
Yeah.
It's tough, but it's fun, right?
It's fun.
Yeah, so you're doing it, you're having a good time, you're learning a lot about the baits that you're using. Even though we have a ton of experience with this stuff, it's still, you know, you're learning a lot.
You want to call it? It sucks. It sucks. Let's call it. That's it, Jeff. Didn't go exactly how I thought it was going to go.
You put up
But-
a good fight, man.
You know, we gave it hell. We did our best. You know, we got 4 good ones. Look, if it was tough on me, maybe it was tough on him.
You gotta hope, right?
That's what I got to
have
pray
no
for
idea
at this
what he has,
point.
dude.
No
He
clue.
doesn't sound upset calling it though.
He's
That's the
been
thing.
doing a lot of shit talking. He's been doing this for
Yeah.
30 minutes. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's got this in the bag. But you know what? If he has it in the bag, it's good for him.
For him to
He
finally
hasn't
beat you
won
again?
a 1v1 since 2021.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been almost a full year for the guy. So he could use a confidence boost. I don't know what else I'd really do different today. Unless he has some ginormous number.
Right.
I mean, I think if I'm going to lose, it's probably going to be like 5 to 4, 6 to 4. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I mean, if he comes in with like 20,
I'm gonna be like, what were you doing?
then I need lessons. And I'll pay for him to give me some. Let's go see how it ends up, Jeff.
So we're calling it. What do you think going into this? How do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, it wasn't an amazing day for anybody. I know that for sure. Caught 3 fish, which was not great, but caught that good one at the end, so I'm pretty excited about that.
So we have 3. How many do you think Ben and Jeff has?
I think they have 5. I don't think it was an amazing day for them, but I mean, if Ben caught 5 fish, that's a fucking amazing day for him.
Yeah, I mean, with how the bite is, that's
Well,
impressive.
that's just Ben. He can't catch 5 fish.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be serious.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So if he caught 5 fish, he should be uber excited. If he caught 2 fish, he should be uber excited. So we're just gonna go find out. I don't know how we're gonna reveal it, but let's go do this, dude.
All right, it is the end of the day. Let's see what you guys have. The number of fish that you have caught today, please put behind your back. Now, I want you to slowly but surely show us what you have. Oh my goodness.
I hope that doesn't say 3. 3?
3.
You suck so bad.
Oh yeah, because you got 4.
Yeah, and I sucked so bad.
Wow.
Hey, good job sucking with me.
Yeah.
That was a brutal fucking day.
Tough. Super
what
tough, dude.
happened?
I don't know. I think we limited ourselves. Had a good time.
It seems like every time we try to limit ourselves to one of these challenges, we think the other thing is going to be better, right? Like
Yeah.
all we've been talking about all day is, God damn, I wish we'd thrown a jerkbait right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe we should just give ourselves 5 minutes of celebration that I'm still the reigning champion. Are you going to win in this year?
I'm gonna have to.
Anything you want to say to me?
Well, congratulations for winning again. Put up a good fight. Whatever.
4 fishes never felt so good, Jeff.
How do you feel, dude?
Whew,
We were stressing for a bit, huh?
a bit. I've been stressing all freaking day. Shit talker over there.
How big was that smaller that you guys got earlier?
It was just big enough to change this number into this number. So
No.
that's it. No. Actually, that was this number. Don't worry about that. I won. Don't question me. You never question the winner. No, it was like a solid 4. You know, nice fish. So it was fun. Thank you, everyone. Still the champion. Woo!
Yeah, baby.